So here we are back over at the canvas clock, analog clock. That's what we were left with. This is the script that we worked with before, and what we're going to do now, what we'll do is we'll add a digital display down here. Okay, so to do that we'll just create another function and put it in that spot and get the numbers and put them there. So how we're going to do that is everything's the same. What I did was I've changed that to analog instead of time, so this is now the analog call up, and I've added another function called digital, and that's the new part. Nothing else changes up the top, it all happens in its own separate function. So underneath all this is this. Okay, let's go through it. I've used a very similar structure to what happens up here, so you could copy and paste a lot of this and then just make the changes. So I just used a different name here so I could keep track of what I'm up to. So did you get hour, did you get minute, did you get second? Now I've changed this to got hour, got minute, got second. Now there's a reason for that. I've also got a variable called colon which we're going to use. So here's the got hours divided by 12, percentage modular 12, so that it goes 24 to 12. Now here is how the leading zeros are done, which are rather neat. Standard method to how to change a variable. It's quite compact. If it's less than 10, do the first bit, otherwise do the second bit. So if it is, stick a 0 in, add it to got hour. So string them together, string them together, string them together, otherwise leave them the way they are. So that redefines hour, minute, second, and since we're doing them milliseconds, it's just jumping from one function to the other, so they don't get in each other's way. They're like global variables, kind of. Okay, now it says here the digital area. Alright, the digital area is here, and what have we got? Play with this if you want, but that sort of puts it in about the right spot. We've got the actual rectangle, so what we want it to look like, what we want, how big we want it, where we want it. So that is going to draw us a rectangle with a yellow background around a red border. That's good. Down here we've then changed to a sort of a dark blue. Our font is bold, 40px Arial, so the bold's a bit new. All that other stuff's exactly the same, and then we put in our digital numbers. Fill text hour to string in that spot, the colon, the minute, the colon, the second, in those spots. Okay, all these numbers sort of match each other. You just play around with those numbers to get them right. That's what I did till I got it positioned exactly where I think would be a good spot. Alright, so if you get all this happening and there's no mistakes, you will finish up with that at the bottom. And as you can see, it's ticking over beautifully. And the leading zeros do work because I've checked them. And that's it.